Hey guys, this is Clashing with Andre, or Royale with Andre now, and this is my first ever Clash Royale video. So let's get started with this. I'm just going to show you my account so you know where we're at. I'm in Arena 7, trolling a little bit. I have 2,069 cups, 961 wins, 135 3-crown wins, highest trophies is 3,058, I have 4,253 donations, and I've pretty much got every single card except for the legendaries because they all hate me and don't want to be in my chests. So let's get started with the first attack, and we're going up against Jesus. I mean, come on guys. All three of these guys are actually pretty funny, that's why I have them back to back, but we're just going to be trolling here in Arena 7 with Royal Giant and some cheap troops with our cannon, a pump, fireball, and zap. It's a pretty good combo if you ask me. So I kind of overextended here a little bit. Luckily my minions took out that P.E.K.K.A. and now those, I'm not even going to bother with those little tiny goblins. I mean, usually people put stuff down, but I don't mind the little bit of damage, so I can save a little bit of elixir and put my pump down. I was waiting for the hog, because usually people have a hog or Royal Giant, so if it was another couple of seconds I would have put my pump down, but he put a hog down, not a hot dog. And probably gonna, oh, I didn't pump here actually. So I put my Royal Giant down and then a couple of skeletons to change it up, because you never want to do something over and over and over again to where they're going to know what you're going to play. So I put down my minions right behind him because I knew that he was going to put some kind of troops down, and this was pretty easy. At this point he just leaves. It doesn't actually show it here, but he just leaves, so I probably should have fast forwarded this a little bit. Usually I'll have a pump down if the person is not too aggressive and I actually get a chance to put the pump down, and also have a cannon with 3 elixir in my deck. But he didn't really give me a chance in the beginning, so now I'm just stuck here waiting for another Royal Giant. Finally put another Royal Giant down and we get that 3-star or 3-crown win. If I ever say 3-star again, I mean 3-crown. I'm just not used to saying it. I always think it, but I never really say it. So we're going on to the next person, and all 3 of these guys have pretty funny names. So we just fought Jesus. Now we're going to fight Osama, LOL. So he's going to start off using his Knight, which is a very underrated troop if you ask me, and a couple of Spear Goblins behind him. I'm going to zap the Spear Goblins and get that Knight down easily with the cannon. Probably didn't need to zap the Spear Goblins, but you know, just playing a little bit defensive right now since I don't know what his cards are. I always hate facing wizards. I put down a pump, and then seeing as his wizard is coming on the left side, I am doing a counter push on the right side just to make it so he has to spend some of his elixir on the defensive push, and I'm able to get out a little bit of damage and stop the big push. I use skeletons, which is 1 elixir on that wizard, and then my minions on the right side took out all those barbarians that were left, so that's very nice. These 3 minions also got that Knight down pretty low, which my cannon will be able to finish off along with those Spear Goblins. So we have, I'm going to put another elixir pump down just to try and catch up to his elixir, and hopefully he won't be able to do a serious push anytime soon, but he's going to do another push with his wizard in the back. So I'm going to do the same exact thing, but a little bit different by having a minion horde on top of him. He's going to immediately arrow him, unfortunately, with those barbs, but now he has 1 elixir, and he has 1 barb, or actually 2 barbs, and a couple of Spear Goblins, but I'll be able to take that out with the minions, no problem. And then the 1 elixir skeletons on the left to take out that wizard. Not too worried about that. He can chip away at that every once in a while, but he's not actually going to get to that tower anytime soon. So my minions do a little bit of damage to the Knight, and the cannons will be able to definitely take out the Knight and those Spear Goblins. No pressure whatsoever. Now I'm in the lead with the elixir, which is going to be very nice. Put down my Royal Giant, and I'm going to zap Fireball his barbarians. So that's going to completely take him out. And right when I saw he put that golem down on the left side, I knew that I was going to be able to get this tower on the right side. So those 3 minions were a little bit of a waste, but they did hurt the Knight a little bit, and I pushed up a little and put that cannon down. I put my minion horde down. Unfortunately, he arrowed them pretty dang quickly. I'm going to put my royal giant down just to distract a little bit. I'm gonna fireball all of those troops right there. Unfortunately, I didn't get that little tiny spear goblin, but that's not a big deal. Right when those golemites, or that golem splits into golemites, I'm gonna use my 1 elixir skeletons and then put down a cannon to take out that pesky wizard. Fireball the knight. We have 7 seconds left. There's no way he's gonna get this. Put down 3 minions. Very nice preemptive arrows, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. So we beat Osama LOL. One thing you definitely want to take away from this is that you always want to change up what you're doing, whether you put a royal giant down and then something behind him, use minions first, then skeletons, or just wait and just do the royal giant and see what he puts down. So you always want to change it up. Now we have the killer. I don't know whether this guy is the killer of Osama LOL or someone else. I'm not saying any names. But so we're putting a royal giant down. He puts his barbs down, one of the most common ways to take down that royal giant. I did extend a little bit, so that was my part, my bad. Shouldn't have put so many troops out on the right side at once, so I had to put down a cannon to take out the rest of those barbs, which wasn't a very good idea. Now that frees him up for doing something else. If he had a hog rider, I would have to use my minion horde to take him out. He puts a dragon down, and I think he's going to use a balloon, but he actually uses a Sparky. I hate Sparkies, especially when you have a mass horde of barbarians, some spear goblins, and a giant in front of him and around him. It's so hard to take him out. This was completely my fault. I was just being a little cocky. I didn't know what kind of spells he had, so he already used arrows. I didn't know he had a fireball, so I put extra 3 minions on there, and he just took them all out with a fireball, which wasn't a great elixir advantage for me. So now we're just sending some emotes back and forth, so hopefully I'll be able to kill the killer. Now I put my royal giant out and a couple of skeletons behind him just to do a little bit of damage and bait out his arrows. He seems to use arrows a lot, so I'm baiting out his arrows so that I can use my 3 minions to take out all of his barbs and not have to worry, because barbarians on your tower can do a ton of damage. So those 3 little minions weren't completely wasteful. They took out the barbs, plus did a little bit of damage to that dragon, and I put out my cannon this time because I knew that he had a freeze, and then did my minion horde right after that Sparky took everything out. I'm gonna zap all those minions plus the tower, and those minions are just going to completely demolish that tower along with my royal giant. I'm gonna put my 3 minions down behind my royal giant and do a lot of damage to those barbs. So now I'm just going to lure them over to the side where both of my towers can hopefully hit them, but they'll be taken out way before that, so that's not too big of a deal. He's going to put his dragon down, and I thought he was going to put Sparky down, but he puts a balloon down. So I'm going to put my cannon over there. The dragon fortunately went for my tower instead of going over to the cannon. I used my 3 minions to take out that balloon and then zapped the minions on the left side. So that freed me up for a whole bunch of minions on the right side for him to freeze and arrow. So he's saying the frustrated face, but you know, I'm the one playing cocky and trying to get all these crazy mass minions in. And right here, we would have got that tower easily if we had another 2 seconds. But honestly, it didn't really matter too much. I already got my crown chest, so I didn't need to get a specific number of towers. I just wanted to get another chest. So that's going to be it for the episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If any of you guys know how to make an overlay and can send me one of those, that would be awesome. Also, if any of you want to make me an intro, that would be awesome also, because I need one for Clash Royale. So make sure to be subscribed, like this video because it's my first one ever, and as always, make sure to take care, guys. Peace!